What's going on, everybody? Stock Jock here, up $9,442 in the first hour of trading. We'll go over those trades in just a second and finish the day up $34,674. Another insane day, absolutely insane. I'm trying to do this video for y'all in between overtime or third period and overtime. My bolts, gold freaking bolts. Game 3 of the playoffs. So anyway, I got to get back to that, but let's try to get this video done in the meantime. So let's dive into it. Oh, like, subscribe, all that crap. All right, so this first trade here, I was all eyes were on AMC, especially after yesterday's move. So what I kind of was looking at maybe was just like a little pre-market. You know, this is all we see at the time of the market opens. Just a little pre-market highs and lows. Made kind of a wedge, and out of the gates here, GME kind of. I wasn't planning on taking any trade. Not GME. AMC. I wasn't planning on taking any trade here until how violently this dropped. Then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to take a sympathy on GME. If AMC is going to drop freaking $7 in 2 minutes, I'm going to try GME to see if it gets any follow through. And sure enough, it did. Not as violently, unfortunately for me. It just kind of went blah. The second minute. So yeah, I went short right here, and it just didn't really collapse like AMC did. And I took contracts on it, 666, 675, 40 contracts total. Exited just a minute later as it was coming back up, actually 740 and 674. So only made money on 20 other contracts. The other ones were break even. Taking some puts on GME with this drop on AMC here.
Coming up at 9:45, the market composite PMI and the services PMI for May.
Come on.
Come on, GME.
Come on.
All right, I'll take it off. So again, all eyes were on AMC, and even though I'm looking at AMC, I'm playing GME. I'm not even really looking at the chart. I do have it off the side, so I'm like not completely blind. But AMC is the leader of the pack, and if I were to show you this chart over on GME, it is the exact same. In fact, let's show you. All right, zoom in. It is the exact same. Right, pull back. What I'm looking for on AMC is this break right here to push me to low a day, and it does, and then it goes low a day. So let's look at that over here on this chart. AMC, let's get rid of these lines. Right, here's our pullback, bounce. This level right here. That's what I'm looking for on AMC to break, to get a flush down if I'm lucky, low a day. If I'm lucky to break that, the flush down. And all that happens. The problem, and when this level breaks on AMC, I go short GME with puts. These are these puts right here. 738, 750-ish, 40 contracts total. I get everything I'm looking for. The problem is AMC goes down so fast, it goes into a circuit breaker halt. That's normally fine, but not with AMC's case. AMC yesterday had 3 circuit breaker halts to the downside, and all 3 of them, when they opened up, bounced $8. So with that in mind, I was like, all right, well, I got to cover it up. GME did the same kind of move down, and when it went to a circle, and when AMC went to a circuit breaker halt, I decided to cover up. I covered up 9 17 and 952 for a very nice win. So I went short GME with that. And it candle under candle. Did we come down here? I don't know. What's this, 5170? Breaking down. All right, GME, your turn. There you go, GME. Do not want this halted going down, which it's about to do. So I'm going to cover up because we saw what halts did yesterday. So AMC halted going down. Yesterday it was 3 for 3 to bounce $8 out of a halt going down. I don't think that's going to happen here, but it could. And I don't want to be in GME for that same exact crap. So this next trade is based off of AMC coming out of the circuit breaker halt to the downside. And I just got done talking about how AMC likes to bounce, right? And you'll, when I run the clip, I'm telling the audience, the Twitch stream, AMC likes to bounce, and maybe this is different, and it head faked me. So AMC did move down initially, but on this candle, it started to bounce. And when it did, it stopped me out. It stopped me out. So I went short GME 1220 and 1195, and I covered for 1170, 1103 because, you know, you'll see it when I run the clip. I actually show a different kind of chart on this candlestick. It starts down and then heads up. That's where I stop out, and then it tanks. It's unfortunate. I do make the same play right behind it. So because I lost $2,000 on that first trade, but then I got right back in it when I saw this fall. And you kind of see that here. I got back in short again. I'm taking the 250 puts on GME. This is all GME. Even though I'm playing looking at AMC, I'm playing GME because it's moving like this. You know, all right? It's like predicting the future. They mimic it. It's follow the leader. GME is follow the leader. So I get back in it, 1198, 1245. The spreads are insane. 40 contracts, and I sell again as we go into the circuit breaker halt because, as you can see, it loves bouncing out of these freaking halts. So as I go into circuit breaker halt, I'm not holding because it's probably going to bounce again and maybe bounce for real, which it does do. Look at that, amazing. But this time I actually made money, so exited at 13.21 and 13.35. So nice win. So I've got GME and AMC next to each other here, and AMC, as it broke this level, broke low a day, that's when I went short GME, and it did the exact same thing like 2 seconds later. This is why I play them as sympathies, because it literally gives me an opportunity to know what the future is. It's like cheating. And since it's halted, you can kind of see there's a little bounce here. People are anticipating a bounce on this thing because that's what it did 3 for 3 yesterday. Now, yesterday, huge uptrend. We'll see if that continues or not. And the answer is no. So I'm going to go short. Oh, here it does bounce. Should dare bounce. It's gonna bounce. It's gonna bounce. So that was like a $2,000 loss there. But try to go short there on GME when this dropped, but then it started to bounce. I stopped out. If this continues down, it's back to a short. All right, I'm gonna try it again. Yeah, it's picking them in a bad way. Trying to exit some of this GME here. There we go, all out. All right, pissed off right now. My Bolts just lost in overtime. So dang it, let's finish this video. So this next play, loser, is a news play. ADIL, played it before. I know that it can make big moves on news, as you can kind of see all these huge spikes that it likes to do. News comes out today. ADIL, they did a private placement at $3, which is way up. I mean, last time it was at $3. Was February, right? Anyway, private placement at $3, and price is $2.67 when I hear it. That's awesome. That's awesome news. What does ADIL do? Freaking goes low a day in a big way. So a lot of times you get news plays. Sometimes they don't work. Sometimes the market reacts wrongly. Doesn't matter. They reacted wrongly, and you got to get out. If it just doesn't move your way, you got to get out. It eventually went back up like it should have in the beginning, but someone was holding this down when the news came out. They did a good job. I lost money. I got in at 271, 267, 4,000 shares. And on the drop, I sold 256, 256. $3 a share, and I can't get filled on this? Now I get filled. ADIL gets a private placement at $3 a share. Who the hell is keeping this down? All right, well, that's ridiculous. All right, just go low a day. You got a private placement above anything you've seen in months, and you're gonna go down. Okay. So LADS is this next trade. I actually took Mosey as a sympathy play to this, kind of a little longer of a play, so I'm not gonna go over that trade, but I did take it. So what we were looking for here is the daily candle over candle on LADS, and if we're lucky enough, this thing can get moving and move, over the previous high, which it did. LADS loves doing that right now. It loves making these huge moves, pull back for a couple days, go again. So today was no different. So when we got that break, LADS hit the radar. That's when I went long this MOSY. I ended up selling it a little bit later on for a small win. It just didn't. There's sympathy plays. I'm not going to go into how I know that. Just we've been trading these long enough. They're in the same business. They tend to move together. So in MOSY, didn't open up until later on in the day. Finally, it went nuclear, but it was being held down so bad early on in the day. Oh, sorry, wrong chart. This is where we kind of went long on, or LADS broke out, and it wasn't until much later that Mosey finally broke out. Anyway, here's the trade on this one. This is on LADS after we got that breakout here. This is the, if you were to take a picture of what the pop pullback candle over candle method looks like, it is right here on these candlesticks, right? Right here, pop, pullback candle, candle over candle entry. Looking for high of the run, take your profit, rinse and repeat. And I'll do it like this, you can see it. Pop, pullback, candle over candle, entry right there. Looking for high of the run, and you take your profit immediately over those levels. Rinse and repeat. Pullback candle, candle over candle. This one didn't have very far to go. Break high of the run, take your profit. Now this is where my trade came in that we're about to go over. So pop, pullback candle, candle over candle, entry right there. I entered in 1365, 1354, 1352. I get filled. I think this was actually a special kind of order that allows the order to go live once the quote that I set in, I believe this is the one, gets hit. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Don't quote me on that. You'll see it when I run it. Anyway, looking for high of the run, take my profit over that level. That's what I got. I exited 1382, 1384. Very nice win. About 10 seconds left on this 1 minute candle. This would be perfect, just like this one, if it can hold this area. So 1357 break, what we're looking for here. Got a little early anticipating this move. There it goes. Need to hit 1375. Break it now. Broke it. Sold half. Sold the rest. All right, so this next trade is based off of AMC again. AMC, you kind of see on the 1 minute chart here, on the way down, it made this little peak right here. And when price came back up to this level, it rejected this level again. So this is an obvious resistance level. Well, AMC was pulling back at the time from that level and started coming up in a big way towards that line again. I'm like, okay, you break this line, we're gonna change the game. The whole day we've been down. We're about to go high day and go to the freaking moon again, right? So when I see this little hook here on AMC, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm gonna go along GME because GME had a similar chart. I'm not even like when you see the live clip, I'm looking at AMC. I'm trading GME again, sympathy. So it starts coming up here and it just fails. And when it fails, it starts coming under here. I give it. The plan here is to allow it to pull back to the 9. If it breaks below the 9 EMA, this red line here, I'm out. I'm out of my GME. And sure enough, it broke the 9 right here. That was it. I was like, all right, got to hang it up. Even though this one's going to hurt, it did hurt. It's a pretty big loser. I took 20 contracts, didn't go big because I wasn't quite sure this was going to work or not. So I went long GME, 1280 on these calls, exited at 1145 and 1120. So about a $3,000 loser. So I'm taking long, just a smaller position as we come back up to test this level. If we fail, this might be looked at as a reversal. It is all over the place. Come on, you could do it. Let's just call this a cup and handle, right? Or an inverted head and shoulders. Let's call it either one of those. That looks great, right? Go AMC, go AMC, go. Let's try and you break down, you bastard. No. No. So it is a 5-minute candle over candle at this point. I'm going to lose money on this one. This one's going to hurt. Oh. Says I have the 9. SNDL. It's too big of a float for me to care about it. For some reason, it moves. Have at it, but there's other stocks I'd play that move better. ETNR having a day. All right, I've got to exit this. This is breaking the 9 here. Badly as that hurts, I've got to do it. So this next trade is on LEDS. LEDS was doing a 5-minute pullback. Right here. Pop, 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 pullback, candle over candle entries. Kind of what I was looking for here, but I was trying to get in a little early. So as you can see, the 5-minute play would have been the break of 14 right here. And you'll see me talk about that level when on the live clip, but I kind of wanted to get in early because as you can see, as we're working our way down here on this pullback, it's making all these little ceilings. One there, little ceiling right here. And I'm like, okay, well, if we come back up through these ceilings, maybe it's a domino effect. Boom, horizontal break, 5-minute play break, another horizontal break. And if I'm lucky, high a day, right? So as it starts coming back through here and breaking this high, I go long. I'm trying to get in 1385 around there. I get filled at 1399 and 1392, 4,000 shares. Really bad fills. Not a huge fan of those fills. I'm pretty vocal about it. Luckily, it worked out. I had to wait a couple of minutes, and finally we broke that 14 for the 5-minute candle over candle. I'm really shocked it didn't break this. It did eventually go, but as it kind of goes through here, since my fills I wasn't a huge fan of, I started exiting. Took 4,000 shares, exited at 1412, 1425, 1,000 shares each, 1427, and then 1411. Oh, my fill was horrible. Oh my gosh. Well, over 14 now is the 5-minute play. But my goodness, that fill was 15 cents over where I wanted to get filled at. Oh no.
You smell that? What is that?
What happened?
What?
What's that smell?
Patience, just gifting the sub. Appreciate that, man. GBR Daily COC. Nick's calling out.
Okay. I smell money. Okay.
Put that on my list. Thank you for the gifted sub, man. Did you trade something? Surely 14 can break. $99. Come on. We ain't scared. Really, we are.
Come on.
Gonna rip through this or what? Oh,
Hi, Dad.
hello. Hey. Boom shakalaka. Was that 1441 there? Those spreads. Whoa. All right, here's another S. So this is a loser. This one, I'm kind of getting pissed off of how non-compliant GME has been with AMC. It's been hit or miss. Sometimes it really works. Sometimes it doesn't work at all. And this time GME or AMC, sorry, big breakdown here, coming down to this level here. I'm thinking, okay, we break this, we're gonna collapse maybe down to this level if I'm lucky. As soon as we break this level, I go short GME again, sympathy play. As soon as I go short, it goes bloop and then just bounces like on a freaking trampoline. When I see that, I'm like, screw it. Nope, I'm out. I take 10 contracts on this because I wasn't too confident on this trade. So that's like a fourth of what I would normally take. I got in at 1284, out 1125, and 1151. So a nice little loser. Oh my gosh, are you really going to bounce as soon as I go short? Oh my gosh, you are. The freaking timing. Are you serious? That was some incredible timing. So LADS was consolidating here. As you can kind of see, we kind of have a flat top here with a rising support line coming in here. Very much an ascending triangle, right? And I'm like, all right, I really wanted to take this candle over candle here to lead me to this break. I was just a little late to it, but it was so nice. And since LADS has been working very, very well today, I wanted to take the break of this level, even though I missed my optimal entry. So when I see this, I still take it, 4,000 shares at 1467. Moving on up, break that line. I start exiting. You guys see we broke it. I exit. Let's see, what did I exit? Half of it, 1484, 1,000 shares at 1495. A minute later, up in here, and then I was looking for the break of 15 for the rest of the 1,000. We broke it here. I think it was at the end of this candle. That's why it looks like this. But anyway, I hit the sell button as soon as 15 looked like it was going to break. Got out the rest. 1487. How I got filled lower, I don't even know why. Whatever. Nice little win. Getting some money back. I've had the whole day, it was like win some, give some back. Win some, give some back. So not super consistent this morning. And I missed LEDS. That second move, baby. Holy. Let's go 15. Come on. There you go. You broke it. Good enough for me, baby. All right, so this last trade is again, finally GME worked, but not really as well as I had hoped. So we're coming back down after this false move from earlier. Remember this horizontal that we tried to break out of? It didn't do anything. So it's coming back down now, and it kind of set up these levels here. And like, okay, well, if it comes breaking through these levels, surely we'll get a flush down to something else, maybe the halt level. I don't know. So as I was coming back down through here, I went short GME, and because I was really looking for a flush. I was really looking for AMC to pick a freaking direction. It just wouldn't do it until later in the day. It picked a direction, and then news came out later, and then it just went freaking high day, like an insane tool. So who knows what it's going to do tomorrow, but. Anyway, through this level, this breakdown through this horizontal, I go short GME. It doesn't collapse. AMC doesn't collapse, so GME is not going to collapse either. As it bounces up through here, I cover half my position. So I took 40 contracts of the 260 puts. Sorry, here they are. Not these. These here. Of the 250 puts. I bought them at 11, 15, 11, 12. And when it got that bounce there a minute later, sold half. I was like, I'm not feeling it. I'm going to get rid of half my position. Just take a small loss, and then if it wants to go, I'll play around with the second half. And then what we had here now is a drop, a bounce, a candle under candle entry could get you a break of the low. And I'm like, surely this is going to get pushed down. It broke this area and then just bounced. I'm like, well, shoot, if it's going to bounce, GME is going to bounce. So I exited the rest at 1206. So like $1,000 winner almost there. And then 1138. So a small winner on the second half of that second lot, which it is what it is. And then GME ended up bouncing as well before the ultimate collapse happened. But that was the last trade of the day. This clip you're about to watch, rather long, so feel free to scroll through it if you want. It took a while for this whole thing to play out. I guess, what is this? 4 or 5 minutes. So anyway, that's the morning. Did you dare bounce? Bounced. The GME is not really dropping here. Has it made up its own mind? Has it become self-aware? It's unacceptable. I'm scaling out half my position because every time this pops, GME pops. So I'd rather take a small loss than bigger one. Well, I maybe just need to leave this trade alone until it opens up more. Because it's really not moving out. There goes BBBY to the downside. Right here. Finally broke all this. Markets dropping. Markets are they're boring. BCTX news. All right, here's a 1 minute candle under candle setup on AMC. See if it gets any traction on the downside. Oh, okay. Break that low. Okay. There's another level down here. It's a little bit better. All right, I'll get out of my GME because it looked like this was going to bounce. And guess what GME just did? Freaking bounced $3. All right, first hour's in the bag, $9,442.